I'm having to redo this review because I kind of messed up. I accidentally hit the wrong button the last time. So I'm having to redo this review, but this is the review of... This is part 2 of 4 reviews that I'm doing of Batman the Animated Series, which was the classic series which aired on the Fox network from 1992 to 1995, mostly on weekdays. And it would be weekdays at 4:30 Central Standard Time on Fox. First of all, this is Volume 2, and this has got some really good episodes on it. But first of all, I want to talk about something I neglected to talk about in my last review, and that's some of the voice talent which worked on this animated series. Kevin Conroy, he's kind of made a cottage industry out of playing and voicing Batman, and he's really good. I mean, he has two distinct voices, as Bruce Wayne and as Batman. His Bruce Wayne is more of a sort of a almost a foppish type character, almost a somebody who's kind of unaware of things and just kind of the rich billionaire playboy. But as Batman, I mean, his voice is completely different. It's darker. It sounds a lot like this. He sounds a lot like this when he voices Batman. And really just a complete change from his Bruce Wayne voice and his Bruce Wayne persona. And it was the first time in any medium, even after the movies, the first two Batman movies, referring to the Tim Burton Batman movies, that there have been two distinct voices for Bruce Wayne and Batman. Anyway, anyway, some of the voice work, you have one of the most surprising casting choices to me was the Joker's voice, and that was the one and only Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. Now, when I originally read about Batman the Animated Series and that it was going to be premiering on the Fox network back in 1992, originally the Wizard magazine announced that it was going to be Tim Curry as the voice of the Joker. And I thought, now that's a good casting choice. He would be perfect. He would have been absolutely perfect as the voice of the Joker. But he was unable to carry through with it. So they brought in a very surprising casting choice, Mark Hamill. And I thought, now, can he pull this off? Can the guy who played Luke Skywalker pull this off as voicing the Joker? And boy, when I first heard him, all doubts were gone. I said, oh yeah, he can voice the Joker. And he did a dang good job of it. He did a really good job as the voice of the Joker. And you'd be surprised how many well-known actors have voiced characters on Batman the Animated Series. We've had luminaries such as Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., who voices Alfred. We've had Adrienne Barbeau, who voiced Catwoman. We've had actor John Glover. He was the voice of the Riddler. Paul Williams, the famous composer, voiced the Penguin. Of course, he was also Little Enos in the Smokey and the Bandit movies. Bob Ito, who was known as Sam on Quincy, he was the voice of Kyodai Ken the Ninja on an excellent episode which is on this set called Night of the Ninja, which kind of shows some of Batman's origins. There's also Robin's Reckoning Parts 1 and 2, which kind of detail the origin of Dick Grayson. sort of the reasons why he became Robin. Sort of, explores that. But it doesn't show him actually becoming Robin yet. Even though it does flash back to his childhood from when his parents were killed at the circus, which is where Dick Grayson was working at as part of the High Wire act, the Flying Graysons. There's also the Laughing Fish, which was actually an adaptation of 3 different Batman comic book stories from the 1970s, and feature the Joker. There's also Heart of Steel Parts 1 and 2, in which a computer began creating replicants of people. In other words, robots, except much more advanced. There's also the introduction to the Riddler. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? There's also episodes What is Reality, which was the follow-up Riddler episode. I Am the Night, which was an interesting, which was a good episode. It was sort of, it involved Commissioner Gordon being shot, and Batman kind of wondering if he should continue as Batman. There's also the classic episode Almost Got Him, which featured several members of Batman's Rogues Gallery. Featured the Penguin, the Joker, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, and Killer Croc. And even Catwoman. And their stories of how they almost got the bat. Overall, this is a really good set. Again, there are going to be some episodes that are going to be kind of clunky and kind of clunkers. But overall, this has some really good episodes on it. It's got some classic characters. We see Two-Face, Catwoman, and the Ninja. If I were to give this set a ranking, it would probably be, let's say, I would say a 8.5 out of 10 stars. I really recommend getting this set. I believe it's available on Amazon. I think all the sets are available on Amazon. And that's part 2 of my 4-part review of Batman the Animated Series.